酒井殿。
新山の調子はどうだ？
皆士気が上がっとる。クロードが味方だからな。
酒井様、お戻りで。
タカ、お主のおかげで槍川も戦えるかもしれん。礼を言うぞ。
ありがたいお言葉。モコが騒がしくなってきましたね。
我らが手麦をなぶったからな。復讐に燃えておろう。
攻めてきますかね。
今夜ではない。だが我らを寝かせず、明日疲れたところに仕掛けるはず。今のうちに休め。
ああ、そうだ。氏政様の館で姉さんが話したいって。
よし、心得た。
酒井殿。
町の守りは進んでおるようです。
お主の働き大黒から聞いた。礼を言う。おじ君への恨みは変わらぬがな。
敵は猛虎。手勢なき今あなたが頼りです。
猛虎の餌としたいのだろ
う。槍川の民は勇猛で腕が立つと聞く。それを示す時では。
考えておこう。
起きておったか。
百姓だけで侍が負けた相手に勝てる？
すぐにわかる。
あんたも酔った方がいいね。ケンジのやつ、その日はわらじ一足で過ごしたんだ。
ひどい味だ。
母親のお気に入り。浴びるように飲んで。酒が切れると怒ってね。わめくんだ。私の茶はどこだって。
それは苦労したな。
タカが6つの時腕を折られてさ、あの子を連れて足がちぎれるくらい走った。しばらくしてから知ったけど、のたれ死んだって。
姉として立派な行いだ。時として逃げることが何よりも勝る手立て。 言うな。
ジェーン、大変だ。
急ぐぞ。
何があろうと逃げたりしないよ。
酒井様、姉さん、猛虎が。
行くぞ。どこにおる？
表門です。このままでは。
止めなきゃね。
あのお方、クロード様だ。クロード様、お助けを。
タカ、戦えぬ者を集め館に入れ。
みんな館に逃げ込むんだ。急げ。門まで迫ってる。敵だ。
門が破られる。
一生懸命だ。町に入った猛虎は一人として生かしておくな。敵を通すな。
槍川を守れ。クロード様に続け。何を通すな。
槍川の戦士押し戻せ。決して通すな。
猛虎が引いてく。
これ式の戦いで引くとは魂胆もなんだ。
釣り出すつも
いや、できる限り敵を遠ざけ館に逃げろ。俺は投石機を破壊する。
り。私も行くよ。
ならん。タカを見ている。まずは敵陣をすり抜け投石機を壊さねば。まず一つ。
どうしよう。
壁が抜かれた。まだ手立ては残っておる。町に戻るにも難儀しそうだ。あれは100。五条の手抜け、館のそばにおるぞ。手抜け、かかってこい。
現れたか。己の首で恩賞をいただく。
我が名は酒井仁。島を荒らす遺敵に天誅を与える者。
己の血で畑を潤せ。
黙れ手向け。己が得るのは六文銭だ。
知れごと調子に乗るなよ。
切り刻んだと誇っておったな。それもここまで。我が名は酒井仁。この島を荒らす遺敵に天誅を与える者。
己の血で畑を潤せ。
我が名は酒井仁。この島を荒らす遺敵に天誅を与える者。
己の血で畑を潤せ。
我が名は酒井仁。この島を荒らす遺敵に天誅を与える者。
己の血で畑を潤せ。
黙れ手向け。俺が得るのは六文銭だ。
知れごと調子に乗るなよ。
すぐに対馬を去れば情けをかけてやる。
槍川を焼き尽かす。
切り刻んだと誇っておったな。それもここまでだ。
Gustus damit am Kammersch!
見ておけ。引け。引かれたらここが墓場だ。槍川の収容。一人として猛虎を生きて返すな。一人も逃すな。槍川を守れ。逃してないぞ。情け無用。稲村木だ。叩きつけ。首を取れ。クロード様に続け。
なんということを。姉さん。
町は守った。次は志村殿に加勢し対馬を守ろう。
私らは侍じゃない。
誰が猛虎を退けた。あの兵器に立ち向かったのは。槍川を守ったのは誰だ。
俺たちだ。
あんたたち黙って猛虎の好きにさせる気かい。
たとえ侍でなくともお主らは戦える。我らで夷敵を打ち払い故郷を救おう。お主らも立ち上がれ。
お前の友が我が名将を撃ち寄った。兵はあやつを不死身だと言い始めておる。お前が正してこい。
陣の首を取った褒美なんてもらえるかよ。
大事な菅笠衆のことはもう良いのか。
陣は対馬一腕が立つ。俺の仲間では殺せん。
敵を滅ぼす手はいくらでもあろう。頭を使え。
あいつを殺さない手もあるだろ
う。終わったな。これで槍川も加わる。だが叔父上の城を取り戻すにはまだ足りぬ。
お侍様、お譲りいただけるものはございますか？恐れながら数が足りませんね。これはいいものですね。質がよろしいですね。お役に立ててください。さあどうぞ。
では
縄を解け。
칭하라고. 저기 누구야? 아,
待たせてしまったな。
槍川を味方につけたと聞きました。志村様との遺恨を取り払っ酒井様は命の恩人です。
無事でよかった。この地で変わったことはないか。
そうですね。久原の海岸にあるかがり火台が奪われたとか。
石膏のねぐらにしておるな。助かった。来い。
Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Энэ үхчихээ. Энд тэр самурай болтой. Алдаа тэрнийг. Ямар нэг юм харуу. Юм аа. Сумода. Некон битэн хорваттай. Нөгөө самурай чинь номсомтой байна. Сумоо хурсэхгүй шүү дээ. Сум биш байсан юм байна шүү дээ. Юу ч биш байна. Тэн хорват байна. やめてください。見つかるだけです。縄をほどいてください。
逃がしてやる。
ありがとうございました。
行け、達者でな。
諦めた連中を責めるな。
動くな。
この命すっかり諦めておりました。
さあ早く逃げよ
虎穴にいらずば50平ずって
待たせてしまったな。
このことは生涯忘れません。
安全なところへ。抜かれてないぞ。
俺はずっと前から巴が気に食わなかった。先生に殺されりゃいいんだ。
よし。
奴らがいます。
Huge wish wedge.
こっちです。
動くな。
まだ生きてる。ありがとうございます。
道中気をつけよ。
野党や人殺しだらけですが、日吉で悪事を働く賊は猛虎よりも立ちが悪い。
同じ島の者を狙うとは許してはおけぬな。
ケチの漁村にいる女は家族を皆殺しにされたそうです。どうか話を聞いてやってください。
時期に寒くなりそうだな。
よし。神社が荒らされておるな。誰の仕業だ。むごいな。悪心を起こしたようだ。元には戻るまい。よくも先人の努力を。狐のムクロだ。神の使いを恥ずかしめるとはな。対馬の民に対する侮辱だ。犯人を知らぬか。猛虎だ。奴らの所業か。まだ兵がおるはず。
For a little. I'll probably play some today. This right here, though, is the game. One of my favorite games. I think I beat this game like 10 times now. Yep. I told myself I'll go to work today, but there was an inch of ice on my car because it sleet on top of the snow. And I said, you know what? After I got all that snow off my car, I said, nope, I ain't going to work today. But yeah, told myself, oh, I can't see. My gosh. The black dog at night. I can't see the dogs. All right, hold up. Good Lord, each year. I used to see these dogs 5 years ago. I don't know, do people play Tekken in their 40s? More power to them. I think this is the last Tekken I'm going to play. I can't do it anymore. Where everybody else at? I can't find anybody.
よし、お主ら、友の敵は撃ったぞ。どうか成仏してくれ。
Hey, good stuff. Let me know if you want to get some matches in. My finger's still cold from getting the snow off my car, but they warming up. I found some stuff I was trying to try with Law. I did it by accident, and now I'm trying to do it. So, like, you do the slide, and you sit in back turn. I was trying to do rainbow flip from that. it's like that'll totally throw him off, and it's kind of hard to punish because of how he flips and stuff. You can do it in back turn, but it's very inconsistent. I'm trying to get the inputs down. I did that. I said, "Wait, slide." Okay. I'm like, "What? Slide into rainbow flip?" I'm like, "Yo, let's rock it out." Yeah, I was talking about it in my stream last time. There's something wrong with the game, and there's some bugs. So I'm doing that input when you look at my input display in the training mode, but he does the generic little one-legged hop kick thing that everybody has sometimes, and then other times, uh, he actually does the move. So it's very inconsistent, and I'm like, I can't get it all the time, but when I does it, it's great. Like they're gonna never see that. Oh yeah, this is on lethal. So if I get hit once, I die. It's the only way to make it interesting. So yo, you said do a kickflip? Okay. Yeah. I've been trying to use more of his kit. I don't use half of his moves. But when I did that rainbow flip and back turn, I'm gonna learn how to do that. Like consistently. I'll get it. But I've been beating a lot of people lately too, even where I'm at. I'm now seeing that like how everybody plays with cheese and stuff and like anti-neutral moves and anti-Tekken move, and they just do that as a regular gameplay. I'm seeing that now, and it's making me like see through how they play. I think I'm the wrong one because I don't really play like that anymore. I never did play like that. Yeah, I mean, we all know what they are. Like Steve's back one, for example. To me, that's anti-Tekken. You know, 'cause you can just throw it out in any situation. and you got to watch out for certain characters in anti-Tekken. Is like their actual character type. Like June, for example, she's very much anti-Tekken. Yoshimitsu, the epitome of anti-Tekken, with the spin and flash. Asuka's anti-Tekken, and they do really good. Brian is anti-Tekken, and until they nerf his back one. I mean, his back one, his quarter circle back one. They nerf that, and it'll be like less anti-Tekken. That's all I'm saying. If you were to argue that Law's nunchuck is anti-Tekken, I would have that argument and then say you got a point there. You can't parry weapons in this game, and it counter hit launches. I understand. Yeah. I think we should be able to parry weapons in this game, which includes Victor's sword, since he has a sword and kunai. I forgot the mission here. But yeah. Yeah, my problem character right now is Brian, only because the way that I play is he stops the way that I play. I like to play neutral a lot with Tekken. Now, if you listen to Taijutsu, he will tell you that Law is a hit and run character. I just would have to change my whole way of playing. I come from like an older Tekken. That's my problem. There was no hitting and running. And you might had a move for that, but it wasn't like the whole play style was to do that. So like when I fight Lars, for example, I don't want to hit and run, but it might be beneficial. I just would like to be up on Lars because when you give him room, he does all the foolishness. Same thing with Hwoarang. I don't want to hit and run, you know, because I don't want to deal with the 50-50 by blocking because I blocked. That's just my problem. But I like to focus on neutral too much, and there's too much anti-neutral because they made Tekken easier, which is fine. It's just I have to figure out how to play, you know? If they do a Tekken 9, I really hope that they make it so that Tekken beats like Tekken 8, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can is a 100% anti-neutral, anti-Tekken. Can was never like this. If we block Can, it should have no pushback, and we should be able to launch it. It's as simple as that. And we should be able to parry. We should be able to parry the first hit of it, and then it's not anti-Tekken because we can actually do the Tekken stuff. Why in the world do you have a genuinely safe low? I should be able to parry. I've lost so many matches to June because of Can into a 100 damage combo. Where's the enemy? Where are you at? Oh, it's two of y'all. Y'all are everywhere. Oh my gosh. I'm playing too, I'm not paying attention. Oh my gosh. Just like right there. Wait, where's the... Why does it do this to me? Where do I go now? Oh, it put me way out here. Oh my gosh. I think if I play more... But I mean, I don't do all the law stuff. Like, I don't slide. I do it like once or twice. But I don't really slide. You're literally fishing. Very much Anton. But, and then a lot of it is like, I don't have muscle memory. I'm getting muscle memory. Like there's one guy, or whomever. I hope if they do another one of these games, that this tracking goes away. What's the point of perfect dodge if you're gonna just track me? Very much so. But I don't think they can fix like certain characters. Like I was talking about it yesterday about Lee's forward 3. His forward 3 track it like auto aligns. That's worse than tracking. Oh, I missed it. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were dead. So something that auto aligns. Oh, I gotta do a standoff. Something that auto aligns is like that chop that King does. I don't even have the option for it. Like if you try to sidestep Lee's forward 3, it's gonna track you on both sides. I saw in the what do you call it? The gameplay is you do forward 3 to approach with him, and it's gonna it's a he engage or so it's a he dash. It's a full combo. Well, he does running 4-3, and when he hits you with running 4-3, if you don't sidestep right, then you get into a 50-50 mix. It's a very okay 50-50 mix. It's nothing crazy, but your reward for blocking a move is to still get into a mix. And he's in hitman stance after that, even on block. So they'll keep doing running 4-3 if you don't got time to sidestep. If you got time to sidestep, you do 4-4-3, and then he's in your face and he can run his offense. And he has all these like unconventional frames that aren't the same. Like with his slide, the frames change and a bunch of foolishness. And that's the whole game plan. So I'm just like, it's hard for Law to approach outside of 3-2, up forward 2, or a slide, I guess. Is that a sauna, or what do you call them things? No, it isn't. Yeah, it definitely is. I'm used to it now. I still feel like if I use any Law player, if they're like a computerized system and you programmed it and it was 100, it was like 80% like of your mind utilization, and then you put that against any other character, I feel like Law would win. I feel like you just got to be better than you got to be heavily better than your opponent. What's this, Ronin? Bow. Bow. I just feel like you got to be better than your opponent. And you got to be consistently better than your opponent. But I feel like Law has an option for every situation. It's just really hard, and you got to be so much better. I just started doing that parry. Why in the world is the guaranteed hit so hard? I don't think there's any other parry that has that hard. Why in the world when we do our slide do we got to be on point with the turnaround nunchuck? Why can't we just have it like everybody else? You know what I mean? So it makes us better players. I don't understand why they made Law so difficult. Why? And I mean it comparatively, because other people just have a what do you call it? Other characters, they just have just an option, and it's like one button, and that's their hit confirm. They don't have to forward dash, they don't have to do anything, they don't have to do a counter hit low and into a incredibly fast forward dash nunchuck. They don't have to do that like we do. But I feel like it makes us better players. We just gotta be on point. We have the option. It's just really hard to do, and you got to be better than your player. Is what I found. You gotta be really better than your player in order to actually like beat them, because it's just easier to play that character. Or you gotta be like literally on point. You gotta be literally on point. And people know that about Law. Like, you will never see anyone, you do a slide, they will always mash get up just because they know that the timing is hard and you might not get it. Yeah, I don't mind the dummying down. I just mind how difficult they made the things that matter versus other people. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not the only one that said this. Listen, I picked up Paul Phoenix, and I'm like, and I ran through. I picked up Paul Phoenix, and I ran through. You got it. You do a slide with Shaheen, you automatically turn around. And look, you can do a slide, you can do that little hit, that look just like nunchuck, it's the same option, and he automatically turn around. Turn Law around. Okay? Give me a counter hit combo. Law is one of the anyway, I ain't gonna. They automatically turn Shaheen around. Why can't they do that with that? Or if you don't want to turn him around, be like the slide for Raven, and he gets up real quick, and he can pick you up off the ground with a jab. Get out of here. The same thing with Lily. And her slide is a full crouch button. It's not really all the inputs that we get. But yeah, this one guy. So I got Paul, and I ran through the bracket. It was ridiculous. And then this other guy plays Law, but he got King, and he beat people that he never beat before because he picked up King and just didn't let them play the game. That's all I'm saying. Paul is not honest. Get out of here. I understand why people want to have the argument, but you're not looking at anything else other than tell me you're a Paul main without telling me you're a Paul main. Like, if you say that someone is honest versus not honest, it is a legitimate statement. Here's what I say. If you got something that nobody else has, you are not an honest character. So that already means that no character in Tekken 8 is honest. You can't tell me you're honest with a guard break. You can't tell me you're honest with 2 power crushers, 1 is saved. You can't tell me you're honest with every grab mix. Not everybody has those things. You can't tell me you're honest with a low heat smash. You can't tell me you're honest with Death Fist giving you a full combo. and breaking guard. So when you're in heat, I can't parry it. I can only sidestep or block, and it's safe. You can't tell me you're honest with that. So, in my opinion, no character is honest. And if you have something that somebody else has, and you have multiple of those things, it makes you less and less and less and less honest. So Paul is not honest. Now, that doesn't make Paul good. I'm just saying he's not honest. You can't tell me you're honest if he has things that everyone has. Law isn't honest either. Law is not honest because he has nunchuck. You can't parry it. Now, let me tell you the equivalence of Paul. Let me charge nunchuck into guard break. That's one. Talk to me now. Let me charge every nunchuck into a guard break. Come on. I mean, y'all brought up Paul's honest. No. I'm going to figure out how to fuse this Discord chat. Y'all brought up that Paul is honest. Let me charge nunchuck up into guard break. And look. Let me get a guaranteed nunchuck after it. You didn't know what that means. I break you guarded heat. I do nunchuck, and you in a full combo. Nothing you can do. Paul has it. He breaks your guard. Guess what he gets? Back 1, 2. That is a wall splat. That is a full combo. Same thing with Hahachi. He guard breaking in 1, 1, 2 and 1, 1, 2 wall splats. He gets a full combo. That's all I'm saying. Make any of Law's other grabs a 2 grab so that we can start to spam grab all the time. Cause that's what the Paul mains do. When you can't get us with the jump with the down forward, you know what I'm talking about, that move, you want to grab us. When you can't grab us, you want to sway out the way all the time or do those evasive shoulders, taking back your turn, or down 1+2. We break a grab and you mash down 1+2 to get your turn back. The turn should be over. In fact, you should get launched for breaking a grab. It's hard enough as it is. But no, you have a shoulder. I don't care if it's punishable, it gets out the way. You got to roll back online. We're not going to punish it all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't know about Paul being honest. There is no, and I think every time people say that, they just, it's more on the lines of like rage bait. Some people really care about this stuff, but I try not to as much. But when people say stuff like that, I don't know. There's no honest character. And if you main the character, I don't think that you should be in a conversation about where they are on the tier list. Because I don't have to deal with any of the stuff that y'all are complaining about. And I'm talking to the Huarang mains, and I'm talking to everybody else. Like,
Yuri!
Yeah.
怪我はないか。
島の民よ、また槍川が面倒なことに。
槍川の反乱は二昔も前。あやつらは猛虎の手下だ。
そうでしょうとも。あのような戦いぶり、まこと恐ろしい。休ませてください。
湖の。
Carry back in heat, yeah. But I know I'll tell you this. I don't play hit and run. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. I know one thing with this is it's kung fu with Fang, and it's the play style. Now, it's okay being true to the martial art or the fighting style, but it don't have to be a launcher. You know what I mean? Come to think of it, let me think about Tekken 6. Was it ever a launcher? I played a lot of Fang in Tekken 6. I know a side set 4 got on my nerves in Tekken 6. I never saw that. Did it launch? I think it started too. I can't remember. I didn't have to deal with it because I played Julia and I just 4 1+2. I mushed her face in. You couldn't get close to me. I'm trying to think. I should play Tekken 6 and find out. Playing Tekken 6 makes me mad because I want Julia back. And I saw that Julia in Tekken 7. Get her out of here. You want to do that and bring back Michelle. I like Tomb Raider looking Julia. Yeah. I remember Dragon Cannon and me and him joined at the same time, but he moved to the Air Force. He taught me how to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This is back in 2012. And me and him played Tekken, bruh. I had him, bruh. Tekken 6. He tried everything. He tried everything, man. Lee Chaolan and Julia. I think he tried to beat me for 9 months. He got me sometimes, but I told him what to do, though. Yeah. I think he better than me now. He said, what? He said, Julia can do that. I'm like, yep. And you don't got to try too hard either. 50-50 mix. You get bow and arrowed or Wild Rising 1. What is this? Is a launcher? Similar to Jack. Anyway. I think I'll do this last story and play. I gotta get that map. I gotta get more of the map. I'll do this. Look at these graphics. This is why I like this game. This is back in 2020. I hate it when they make a game and then they do the second part of the game, but the second part of the game is like worse than whatever. They got that new Ghost of Yote, and this game got better graphics than that. The only thing I can tell you about nerves, that must mean that, you really want it, I guess. You know what I mean? I play a lot of tournaments, and I told myself, in tournaments, I don't get nervous. I get mad. That's my problem. Y'all see me in these streams. I get mad when the camera turn around on Law all the time only. You know what I mean? I get mad over stuff like that. I get mad when somebody spam back one and it actually works with Steve. I get mad when people win over Can, win over Rageart, win because they got in the heat and then did a heat smash and won because you can't sidestep it or something egregious. That's my problem. Whatever the thing is that makes you play worse, that's the thing to focus on. I think Law got one of the best wall splats in the game. My problem is the inputs. There's something wrong with Law at the wall. You always see me all the time when Junkyard don't come out. Junkyard don't come out at the same input. And then, right, when you look at the input on training, I'm doing the whole input, but the move just don't come out. Only at the wall. What's that stage? That Victor stage at that corner? That never worked. It don't work. There's a bug. I don't think it's Law's wall splat sucking. I think it's a literal bug. Like, it is a bug with Law. And I see all Laws do this. You be trying to do your wall enter and it just don't come out. Like, that happened to me the other day. And I posted it when I got in the stance or whatever, and nothing, and no input was registered. And then the other time, the input was registered, but nothing came out. I didn't have no problem. Let me tell you something. Do you remember? And if anyone want to find out the actual update, I had no problems with any inputs at all in season 1, at all whatsoever. Now, season 2, you remember when they was talking about some? It was early in season 2, and they said there are problems with round start moves. I never had a problem with round start moves. I never had a problem. But they said, I think it was the second update in season 2, and they said there's a problem with round start moves. So they did an update. When they did that update, I couldn't do up forward 2 extensions no more. I couldn't round start 4 threes. I couldn't do anything. Round start moves, I never had a problem until they called themselves fixing it. I never had a problem. And everybody had a problem. Every law main had trouble doing up forward twos in their combo every since that particular update. And now, every time you want to like do a move round start, it's something wrong with it. I can't tell you how many times my down four threes came out as a sidestep four, where my down input was a sidestep round start. I never ever had the problem until that update, and it only affected martial law. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're trying to sabotage nobody. I'm not trying to put nothing out there. But I just didn't have these problems. I just didn't have them. That's all I'm saying. I never had these problems. I don't know why they took Law's 4-4-3 away and gave him something nobody asked for. Nobody asked for these extra nunchuck moves. Give us the moves back from Tekken 6. And I look at Law's move list from Tekken 7. Give us back his 4-4-4-3. Give that back. All right, where are these weeds at? But yeah, I ain't never had no problems. I forgot where these weeds at. I beat this gal I don't know how many times. But yeah, we never asked for this. We ain't ever asked for any of it. Do we have a safe mid? Yeah. 4-1+2, I guess is safe. Took our plush frames away and gave them to Anna Williams. Literally, if you look at where she's plus at, it's the same thing that Law was plus at, and we don't have a bazooka. When season 2 came out, I had to relearn how to play Law. Like, are they right here? When season 2 came out, yeah. I had to relearn how to play them. Shouldn't it be by the water? Shouldn't these things be by the water? I feel like these. Oh, they're right here. I bet it's these. Yeah. But yeah, man. Oh, hey, Taijutsu. You said you live in Virginia. I live in Virginia. We might be close. I gotta DM you. I gotta like message you off of here. You know what I mean? I'm leaving, and it's less than 5 months now. I think March. They're trying to send me away all of March, but it got canceled. Yeah, I do. I live near DC though, but I live in Virginia. Yeah. Yeah. No, I got y'all Discord. I want to have a tournament before I leave, and I'm gonna have a cash prize. I want to work on my system, and it's gonna be right. It's gonna be online. Yeah, Taijitsu. I gotta message you like offline a little. I gotta DM you on social media offline or something like that. You two don't have a chat, but we can figure it out. Just to see how close we are. But yeah, before I leave, I'm gonna have a tournament. Before I leave, it'll be probably the weekend after Easter. All of March, they're trying to have me gone, but now it's been canceled. I think I got to see on that. They got to let me know soon because it's about to be February. But and then probably after that tournament or soon after, I probably won't be playing much anymore because I gotta travel and stuff for a year. Don't act up now, my shoulder. Good Lord.
薬草を育てるために作った小さな野営があります。そして毒草も獅子をも殺す強さ。
猛虎を殺せる強さにしてくれ。
I think it's crazy, but a lot of people have done this. So they main their character, but then they get another character and they play better with their secondary, quote unquote, than doing their main. That's because you got a different experience. When you know how to play against a character, you know what not to do going into the fight because you know what people look for because you play against the character. That's why when I play Paul and someone does and then they do their heat dash on me, right? I'm never going to do that evasive shoulder. We're looking for it. Lily, I'm not going to sidestep every chance I get because everybody knows you're going to do it. But the Lily mains, they have to. Y'all seen the streams. They're getting beat for getting sidestep, and I knock them up for getting sidestep. You know what they do? Sidestep again. They got to do it. It's in their blood. They have to. They have to do it. They have to. And I'm sitting here. I wonder how they look sidestepping. Like, oh, I wonder why I'm getting hit. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, you know? But when you play a character, you got the perspective of playing against the character. Now, also, when you main the character and you play against the character, you know everything if it's your character. So it'd be a bunch of who got the health lead, and normally whoever got the health lead is going to win. When I face the law in tournament, it's not boring. It's all we're doing is down for it too. We're all doing just safe moves because the second we do something unsafe, it's going to be 1-1-2 or 3+4, or I'm sorry, 3-4, and law is 3-4 walls. But the only thing that I got to work on, because you know you got to be on point with it, is punishing with 3+4, 4. It actually covers some distance. It actually covers distance, but online is hard because with rollback frames and stuff, if you're not hot on that punish, you just end up getting hit because punishable. I am paying attention to this game. I beat this game I don't know how many times.
効き目は強いのか。
納得いただけるか。できました。
この道で合ってるのか。ばあさんの野営がこの辺りにあるんだよ。
わかる。誰か来ます。
そこにおれ。
Yeah.
毒の効き目を確かめるか。
Yeah. Now, apparently I'm a sweat, you know what I mean? Apparently I'm a sweat. I wondered why people play me like they do. Like, they try their absolute hardest, and I never really understood that. Oh yeah, but and everybody gets nerves though. Or people, or to me, I don't get mad. I remember this one person. He never did it again now. When I used to compete in Smash Ultimate, right? Smash Ultimate is the game where you know who's gonna win by who's on the character select screen. And he taunted me when I made Isabel, and she's low tier, but I think she's mid tier, but that's just me. But bad matchup. He was barely winning, and so I get like a camper basically, shoot missiles and stuff all day. He taunts me and try to give me a hard time. I come with a type of atmosphere or aura where I don't do that. When you're older and you play games, you already got to take off work. You already got to take off time. So you don't want to deal with that, and your patience a little bit lower because you took off today or you stopped doing your adult things to come over here and play the game. The last thing that you want to do is fool with somebody else. You know what I mean? And or somebody's school or something. So he did that. Let's just say he don't even want to be around me no more. I'm not saying, I'm like some kind of crazy person. I'm just saying I'm too old for that. Yeah, and when you like take off time to go to these games, you just want to go in there, play your game, and leave. I get the fact that not a lot of people like playing the game anymore. I feel like when people play any game professionally, they like lose the joy out of it or whatever, and they do things just to win. I've gotten up. Like, there's just one character who's also named Steve, and he can like not only camp, but what is going on here? I'm not fighting y'all, but he can camp like under the stage or whatever. And so I wasn't gonna win. He was camping. He ran out of time. I just got up and left. The match was over. It wasn't anywhere I could come back, and I didn't even want to deal with that. So I just did it. I drove an hour for that tournament, right? Just to have that happen. It's one of those things. So that's what bothers me. The fact that I'm going to drive an hour, you know what I'm saying, or I'm going to take off work or whatever, and I'm going to get beat by a Rage Art, or I'm going to get beat by a back one, or a can, or a bunch of mashing. That's my problem. I'm going to get beat by a Huarang that got me in one too many 50-50s. A double gen that got me at the wall and did one too many 50-50s. That's my issue with the game. That's why I go to like local tournaments that's not that far away. And it's like when you beat someone first to two, it's almost like a chess match or a game. You want to know how to stop the character's foolishness, but you also don't want them to get the stuff started. And then you want to keep them like on the back foot, which means that you have to attack a little bit more. And that's like my issue because I never had to like lay on aggression just to win. Okay, if I end here. But, all right, I think I played long enough. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. What time is it? And then I'm going to play some Tekken.